Hiya, and thank you so much for taking the time to actually watch my video. This video is going to be of help to you if you're looking to change your, if you like, mindset, if you want to perhaps start believing in yourself and if you like becoming more. Now, this is a very complex subject, but there are a lot of ways, there are a lot of things you can do, if you like, to actually make you start thinking and believing more in yourself. I'm going to cover some different things that I do, which make me feel better, and I do this on a daily basis. I'm not always able to do everything that I suggest on a daily basis, but some of it I do every single day. Now, your negative thought or your disbelief or you're not what's naming yourself. You're not, if you like, moving forward. You need to first of all realise that this wasn't perhaps always the way you were. You need to look back. I do this sometimes. I look back at my life and I look at my achievements, because everyone's life, most people's lives, they go up and they go down. So if you're in a dip, if you like, at the moment, what I would first suggest you do, your first thing that you should do, which my wife sometimes says to me to help me come out of a dip, if you like, is she says you need to look at what you've got and look at how you've achieved it. How have you got what you've got? What achievements have you already made in your life? Whether they're large or small, look at what they were, how they made you feel, and more importantly, understand that that achievement came about as a result of your action, your momentum, your, if you like, moving forward. So the first thing I've started doing, because if you see my other videos, you'll know I suffer with OCD, and I do have days where I don't feel that great. And what I've started doing now is, my wife said to me, she said to me, start thinking about what's positive in your life. What have you done that's good in your life? For me, it's my children, my wife, my children, my house. I've achieved quite a lot. And she says you need to remind yourself of that. And this is what I do. I do actually do this, yeah. So this ain't me just telling you. I actually do this. I actually tell myself, I look at my life and I appreciate what I've got and how I've got it. The other things which I do, which I think if you're suffering from a lack of belief, is you need to understand that this is your current mindset. It's your, if you like, your subconscious mind telling yourself that you're not achieving or that you want to do more, but that you're not doing it. So what you need to do, you need to trick your brain, your subconscious mind, into believing that you are actually achieving, perhaps even when you're not. And the way you do this, the way I do this, and I do it every day, and I actually do it at night as well, only about 10 minutes. Sometimes at night, I even listen to me earphones, and I even fall asleep with it actually on me head. So you actually, it's going in, if you like, subliminally. I think that's the word. But it basically goes into your mind. Yeah. Positive affirmations. You need to start saying to yourself, I can achieve more. I am more. I can do more. I will do more. Today I'm going to do more. This is what you've got to say to yourself. And then it moves on to the next stage, which it's all very well. You're probably thinking, yeah, it's easy to say that I'm going to do more, but you've still got to physically take action. And this is where the, if you like, the momentum of your day, what you're going to do in your day, needs to come into play. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you'll know I talk greatly about having a daily plan. Now, I've got a daily plan. I do it every day. I get up in the morning. I think about, obviously, I already know what I've got planned for that day, although my job is somewhat dependent upon the weather. But if it's raining like it is today, I've already got other things in line that I can do. Yeah. So you need to do this. You need to have a structure already set out in your day. You need to get up in the morning. Tell yourself, remind yourself of what you've got. Remind yourself that you are doing well. You might have a beautiful daughter. You might have a beautiful son. You might be like me. You might be lucky to have both. Remind yourself of that, and then tell yourself that today's going to be a good day. And then the next part, the next stage, is to put into momentum the things that you've already set out to do the night before. Like me today, after I've finished this video, I've got to go to the post office. I've got to post some things that I've already sold on eBay. I've got to. I'm going to do some sign writing. I've got some sign writing work to do. I've then got. I'm going to do a bit more work on my YouTube channel, doing all the tagging. I've got something set out for my day, and everything that I'm going to do today is productive. Now, there's two reasons why you do that. Obviously, I know that obviously you're going to earn more money. You know, you need to work. If you're like me, I'm self-employed. I've got to work to earn money, but it ain't just about the money. Don't you see that it's the sense of achievement that you get from doing the things that you know you should do? And the more you do these things, the more you set yourself these tasks, the more you will have more belief in yourself. Because belief only comes from a sense of achievement. If you do something and someone says to you, "Oh, you've done a really good job at that," it makes you feel good. Whether you've been paid for it or not, it makes you feel good. And that sense of achievement is what we need if we are to have more belief in ourselves. I mentioned recently, I went out the other day and I had a day and I went out and done all my driveway. I jet washed all my drive and it all got clean and it looked like a new drive and I was so happy with it. And it made me, I knew it anyway, but by doing that, it made me feel good. So if you're sitting there now at home and you're lacking belief, you're lacking confidence, lacking motivation, whatever it might be, you need to realise, the first thing you need to realise as well is that you're allowing yourself to sit there and I was going to say have the luxury of having the time to think about this thing, this negative thought, but it's actually not a luxury, it's actually a disability. You're allowing your mind time to put you in a negative direction. So this is what I try and do now. If you know, like I say, I suffer badly with obsessive compulsive disorder, and I'm doing this, for money. I'm doing it because I want to get better. I'm doing this personal development because I want to become wealthier for my family, and all what I do in my day can only have a positive effect. You need to say to yourself, when you're going to plan your next day, you need to say to yourself, of these things that I'm going to do tomorrow, what positive effects am I going to get from achieving these goals? If you look at them and think, I'm going to go around a mate's house and I'm going to sit there and play PlayStation all day, that's not a positive effect. It's short-term gratification. Yeah, I call that, if you're going to go around and sit and bum around and do nothing all day, that's short-term gratification and long-term pain, because you'll be paying for that waste of time for the rest of your life. So this feeling of disbelief, this like, I don't, nothing's going right. Stop concentrating on what is not perhaps going right in your day, but look at what you can do that's going to change your mindset to head you in a positive direction for the rest of that day. And more importantly, change your mindset so it heads in a positive direction for the rest of your life. Because if you don't, you're someone's pouring water in you and then you're pouring it out. You're not actually getting topped up with anything else. You're not becoming more. And this belief that you're lacking, right, it's directly related to your momentum. It's directly related to what you're achieving in your day. It's directly related to how you're exposing yourself to situations that you might be uncomfortable in, right? It's directly related to you not making the effort which you know you need to make if you're going to get on. Yeah. One other thing which I think a lot of people don't, because I know I was guilty of this, and I still don't always do it, even though I'm telling you to do it. I still don't always think about it, perhaps as I should. But I'm lucky. My wife is forever reminding me of it, and that is to tell yourself that you're loved and that you're you've got good things in your life, and that You know, even if tomorrow you had nothing, you've still got the love of your beautiful family and your friends. Because this is so important. So many people they um they judge their achievement. They judge their achievement solely by the amount of money that they earn. Yeah, and this I don't believe this is the way. Yeah, I mean, you'll see I've said in other videos, I still believe it's really, to say that you don't need money is ludicrous. You know, I mean, I've definitely been happier when I've had it, and I've definitely had times in my life when I've struggled to get it, and it's called stress. So all this, all this is really leading up to the fact that you are whatever you want to become. If you choose to do nothing, if you choose to disbelieve in yourself, if you tell yourself you cannot get a degree, if you tell yourself that you can't go and get further education, if you tell yourself that if you walk into an interview and you're telling yourself that you're not going to get the job before you even walk in there, these are all these are all going to go against you. And you're going to pay an almighty price. Yeah, you need to reverse it. You need to reverse it and say to yourself, for example, if you're going for an interview, when you go in that interview, you need to get outside and you ain't got to jump up and down, but say to yourself, I'm going to get this job. I'm qualified for it. I know how to do it. Yes, there's other people that can do it, but I'm going to get it. So prepare for it. Get suited. Make sure you smell nice. Get your hair done. Whatever. Make sure that when you go into that interview that you are geared up for it. Smile. Yeah, smile when you walk in it. Act like you're positive, even if you ain't. That old saying, yeah. Um, pretend, yeah. Pretend that you feel good, yeah. Fake it, yeah. The old saying. Sorry, I couldn't think of what it was, but fake it till you make it. You walk in there, they ask you a question. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, have you dealt with that before? Well, I've worked on projects with that before. It's not a problem. You just go in there, yeah. What's the worst that's going to happen? So many people, they worry about the outcome. They worry like, they don't go and get a job and they worry that they can't do it. So what? They get rid of you. It ain't the end of the world. Yeah? Start believing in yourself. So this video, obviously it's about how to believe in yourself, how to find that more belief. It ain't just going to drop on you. It's like money. It don't just fall on you. It doesn't happen. To most people, that won't happen. It's never happened to me. For that to come to you, you've got to do something positive. I watched a video recently, and the guy said about a power station. He said about a power station. The power don't just come out of it. They're putting things into it to produce energy. Well, this is what we are. We are effectively our own power station. Yeah. If we put education, if we put health, if we put knowledge, if we put love, if we put exposure to difficult situations, if we put all these things into our environment, and our body, our brain is going to start adapting to learn to all these different situations, we can only get better. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, so don't just sit there. Like after this video, and hopefully you're still watching, but after this video, if you're still thinking, right, I'm not, yeah, okay, I've listened to what Colin said, it kind of makes sense, I know I've got to do more. You've got to, at the end of this video, plan your day. If it's night time, obviously just go to bed. But tomorrow, say in the morning, I'm going to get up, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try saying to myself, today I'm going to do more. Today I'm going to achieve. I am feeling great. Even if you're not, just say it to yourself. I am feeling great. I'm going to go out today and I'm going to achieve. I'm going to do more. I'm going to get more of this. I'm going to do more of that. And my life is full of abundance. Say it to yourself. 10 minutes. Do it every morning. Do it before you go to bed. Just try it. Then write a list. You should have already wrote it the night before. Write a list, a plan for your day. What am I doing today? What, I've got to go to work. But when you finish work, what are you going to do when you come home and you finish work? Are you going to sit there and think, oh, I had a right crap day at work, and then you put the telly on, and before you know it, it's 9:45. Or are you going to do something that's going to build your momentum into a more positive direction. It might be that you go for a walk. I've started going for a walk. I used to go to the gym quite a lot, but I don't do it now. But I've started because it's time. Obviously, time is money. But I've started where I do lead generation for companies. I usually work stands, but what I've actually started doing now is just going out for a couple of hours and knocking on a few people's doors. And I went out yesterday. I pulled 3 leads yesterday. I only went out for a couple of hours. I didn't really go out to go and work. Well, I did, but I was going out because I knew I could have a walk. I probably walked about 3 miles yesterday. Probably spoke to 100 people, but I got 3 leads. I got 3 inquiries, 3 precious inquiries, any one of which could give me a nice lump of money. Yeah, but you need to have that plan that you can go and do that. You need to know that, if you're not going to do that, when I come in yesterday, what did I do? I done a bit of work on my YouTube channel. Yeah, you've got to fill your day. Don't let your day be taken over with negative thoughts, disbelief, yeah, and you're poisoning your mind into thinking you can't achieve more. Yeah, I get frustrated sometimes with my children. I say children, they're both adults now, because I try and inspire them to, if you like, be like me. I try and get them to think the way I'm thinking. And it is difficult. Especially, I think it's definitely difficult with your own children, because obviously they don't always take notice of you. Although my son does, he does take a lot of notice of me. But I think we just need to say to ourselves, we are going to do more, and we need to put it into practice. We need to cut away this negative, this disbelief in ourselves, and look to the positive things in our life, and say to ourselves on a daily basis. You should be saying this every day for the rest of your life, not just today, not just for a week. If it don't work after a week, don't stop, because it's repetition. When I first started doing affirmations, I did feel a bit stupid, if I'm honest about it. I'm going to myself, I am okay, I am going to do more, I am going to achieve more. My life is full of abundance, my life is great things come towards me. And you listen to it and you're thinking, you kind of you're like questioning all these things that come towards you. And it will do that at first, but you need to move through that. You need to move through that as if you're going through a jungle. Move through it and understand that it ain't what you're thinking about it as you're listening to it. It's what's going into your subconscious mind. Yeah, your mind. Yeah, you might think it might be that you believe you're uneducated. It might be that you believe you're highly educated. But guess what? Even if you've not got the highest level of education, you wouldn't believe the power of your mind. And it's always been open to suggestion. So this affirmation, I am going to do more. I am going to get on. I'm going to go out today. I say to myself sometimes, I do markets. I went out the other day, I went to a market, and I said to myself, when I got there, I said to myself, I am going to get 15 leads today. I'm not going to have I'm not even going to have a cup of coffee. It might sound silly, but I actually said to myself, I'm not going to have a cup of coffee and get a burger until I've got 8 leads. I give myself that target. You know what I mean? And then I think in the end I got 12. I was too short of what I set myself out to get, 15. Right? But I set myself that target. If I'd have gone there and just said to myself, yeah, I'm going to try and get a few leads today, just going to try and get a few leads, like some people do, they'll sit there and they'll wait for the people. I wouldn't have achieved what I achieved that day. I set myself a positive goal when I first started. That it might sound crazy that I wasn't going to eat, but if you see the size of me, you know I'm not going to starve. But it was just a way of me giving myself that, I'm going to do well. And this is what you need to do to yourself. This lack of belief, get away from it. Get away from it. And if you've got other people around you that are who are kind of like negative people, who are perhaps they're they love it when you're negative. They love it, you know what I mean? Because they're negative. And then before you know it, you're just in this environment of negative, usually poor people. Yeah, because you usually find out that people that are negative, they're poor because they're spending so much time being negative when they should be spending that time being more productive. It's common sense, isn't it? Yeah, it's common sense. Think of who you know. Think of people that you know who could achieve so much more, and then think, well, why aren't they doing it? What's stopping them doing it? Belief. It's belief, belief, belief. If you see my other video, recently my daughter was talking to me about doing this degree course, and she said to me, "Do you think I'd be able to do it, Dad?" And I went, "Why wouldn't you?" I said to her, I work full time. I said, I work full time. I run a house. I've got dogs. I've got debts. I've got bills. I said, and I could still go and learn and do a degree if I really wanted to. And she said, oh, because I said, you told me it's 14 hours a week, 15 hours a week study time, part time. I said, so that's like an hour and a half, sorry, 2 hours a day. I said, it's easily achievable. I said, just get up 2 hours earlier. If you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning, get up at 7. Yeah? It's achievable if you believe that you can achieve it. Obviously, everybody has got everyone's got their limitations, you know what I mean? Obviously, to some degree. But I honestly do believe that this belief, these people who just cannot seem to, move forward and get out of a crap situation, I do believe that it's fundamentally in their minds. It's their mindset. It's how they're approaching whatever it is they've got to approach. And we need to just train our brains to approach it in a much more positive way. Yeah, affirmations, go for a walk, exercise, exposure. Yeah, being amongst people. Yeah, talking to other people. Excuse my phone. Talking to positive people. Be around positive people. Positive people are a tonic. If I could surround myself with people, and it wouldn't be because I want to get money out of them, because they wouldn't give you money, it would be millionaires. It would be business people. It would be people that are doing what I'm trying to do, who are high up in life coaches. I'd want to be around them people. Not because of the money they would give me, but because what I could learn from them. Being around these people, it rubs off on you. Yeah? It rubs off on you. Why do these people spend thousands of pounds on attending these conferences? They go and watch Tony Robbins, people like that, these fantastic, clever, educated, motivated geniuses. Why are they doing it? Because these people know they've done it, they know how they've achieved it, and they want to pass it on. Yeah? Start believing in yourself. Start believing in yourself. Yeah? Because you honestly can. Within certain limitations, you can achieve greatness. Yeah, you can achieve more. You will achieve more, but you're only going to do it if you make a plan and you stick to it. I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching my channel, Colin Talks. I've got a direct link to my channel now as well. It's called colintalks.co.uk. I'd really appreciate it if you have, if you think that you've got anything out of my video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you like, and if you could share it to Facebook or any other platform. I'd really appreciate it because I'm obviously trying to grow my YouTube channel. And whatever you decide, I really do genuinely hope that you find this belief that you might, that obviously, by the sounds of it, you're obviously lacking. You wouldn't have clicked on my video otherwise. It's obviously something that's obviously playing on your mind, if you like. Yeah, give it a go. And watch other videos. Watch other videos. Start, watching Tony Robbins. There's another guy, Stephen James, Project Life Mastery. Geezer's a clever man, very clever man. He talks about all the things that I talk about, but I'm not gonna lie, he's got a lot greater knowledge than me. We need to aspire to these people. We need to become these people, even if it's only in part, even if we can only grab a little bit of what these people have got, it would be so much more than what we've got now. Yeah? If we can increase our wealth, if we can increase, sorry, I said wealth, that's the wrong word. If we can increase our person, if you like, by 20%, imagine how that would enrich your life. If you was 20% more confident, if you was 20% more motivated, if you was 20% more educated, yeah? If you was 20% more driven, what person would you be? This is what you've got to do. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you've found my video interesting, and I look forward to seeing you on another one of my videos.